Hey friends, welcome to Breathe with Georgie. I'm Georgie and today I'm going to take you on a journey of breathing for better focus. So this is a big one. The world we live in, this modern world, is so distracting. It's full of distractions, right? Every second we are being stimulated by something. WhatsApp, TikTok, Instagram, emails, the list goes on. It is relentless. It almost seems impossible to have all of your attention on just one simple task, but it is absolutely possible with a couple of strategies. So today we're going to work on increasing that attention span and really bringing our focus in using the breath. So I'm going to take you through a technique called box breathing, which is really well renowned for helping to increase focus. But first, we're going to loosen up the body a little bit and we're going to find that effortless, easeful breathing to help us along the way. So find yourself a nice quiet space and let's get breathing. Alright guys, so find yourself in a nice comfortable seat. You can be sat on a chair or you can be sat on the floor. Literally anything goes. Just make sure that whatever is underneath you is fully supporting you. If you need something to put behind your back, that's absolutely fine. Just make sure that it's not causing you to slump or to arch forwards. We really want to bring that body into optimal alignment so that it can stay really open and really nice and relaxed. And so we can take those effortless, easeful, gentle, deep breaths that are going to best serve our bodies and minds. All right, so we're going to get the most out of today's breathing journey by breathing in and out through the nose, breathing optimally. That nose warms and humidifies the air, preparing it perfectly to enter the lungs. So that being said, gently bring your lips together. Place the tip of the tongue on the roof of your mouth and start to take some gentle, light, deep breaths in and out through your nose. I'd like you to see if you can maintain this nasal breathing throughout the entire breathing journey. Of course, if your nose is super blocked, then breathe in and out through your mouth. But otherwise, do see if you can keep this nasal breathing going throughout the entire breathing journey and notice any sensations that come up as a result. Start to bring your awareness onto your breathing. Start to bring your focus onto the natural rhythm of your breath. How easy is it for you to put your entire focus simply on the inflow and the outflow of your breath? Can you notice the quality of your breathing? The breath can tell 1,000 stories about where we are in any given moment. So have a listen. Notice, where are you starting this practice from today? Now, if any thoughts or distractions come into your mind, allow them to be there. Welcome them in. This is simply a practice of bringing your awareness back to the breath, back to the task in hand, observing the breath, observing the sensations of the body. So don't beat yourself up if you get distracted. That's okay. It happens to every single one of us. The difference is that we constantly bring our awareness back to the task in hand, observing the breath, observing your bodily sensations. So just take a moment to listen in for the next 2 to 3 rounds of breath. You're welcome to close down the eyes, or you can just keep a nice soft focus, whatever works for you. Amazing. Now let's make sure we're starting from a place of optimal alignment now that we've began to breathe optimally for our body as well. So imagine a string lifting you up from the top of your head, lengthening your spine, and see if you can balance the crown of your head over the center of your pelvis, coming to that sweet spot where everything is stacked over each other so everything can work in harmony together. Those key breathing muscles can all work together to find that effortless sense of breathing. Good. Allow the shoulders to fall away from your ears. Allow your fingertips to lengthen. Give them a wiggle if you like. If you feel like you're holding any tension, allow yourself to just let it go. And notice if your arms and your shoulders feel a little bit lighter as a result. Good. When you're done there, place your hands on top of your knees. And start to feel your sit bones in full contact with the floor or chair underneath you. Can you ground yourself in your seat? Allowing all those areas around the pelvis region to melt a little deeper into the floor, feeling fully held and supported by your space. Good. Now, as you observe your breathing, as you observe the sensations in your body, come to notice any particular points of tension that you might be holding on to. See if you can locate those points of tension in your body. Remembering that tension is there as a defense mechanism, it's there to keep you safe. So by slowing down our breathing, by bringing our awareness to that tension, we're able to send a message to the body and mind that it is safe to relax, it's safe to breathe. So can you send that message to your body and mind? It's safe to relax, it's safe to breathe. And give that tension permission to let go, to dissolve and melt away a little more with every exhale. Bringing this wave of relaxation over the entire body. Take the next 2 to 3 rounds of breath to melt any of that tension away using your awareness, using that sense of release on the exhale. Gorgeous. All right, now we've started to release those bodily tensions using our awareness. Let's help the body out a little bit more using our body and breath combined to really find that sense of release. So take your hands just in front of your belly button, like you're holding a big beach ball, holding the world in your hands. This posture is called. And I'd like you to use your hands to illustrate the deepening of your breathing, to find that lateral expansion of the lower ribs as you inhale. Perhaps you'd even like to expand your hands slightly, and to find that natural contraction on the exhale. Perhaps your hands will follow. Even in this posture that supposedly looks quite still, we're never rigid. The body is always going through those natural undulations, those natural ripples as a result of the inhale and the exhale. So allow that natural expansion and contraction to happen with your lower ribs, with your hands, keeping it really, really gentle, never forcing, never pushing, keeping all of your focus on body and breath, noticing any sensations coming up in your body. Good. With every exhale, can you start to relax even deeper into your seat? Perhaps even finding a really subtle, and I'm saying really, really subtle, a subtle natural undulation of the pelvis and spine. Don't be tempted to take any giant forceful rocks. This is a tiny, tiny movement, but allow it to happen. It's almost like a really gentle internal massage. It's a really calming sensation, so allow that to happen. Grounding your sit bones into the floor or the chair underneath you with every exhale. Amazing. Now let's open the chest a little bit more. Let's take this one step further. This time as you inhale, I'd like to open the arms a little bit more, protrude the chest and send your gaze upwards slightly, really opening that chest. As you exhale, take that fuller contraction around the spine a little bit and bring your chin towards your chest, letting go, really finding that sense of release, keeping the breath gentle, however. There is no need to make the breath any bigger. We're simply loosening, opening, expanding the body just a little bit more. Exhale. Contract. Hands come towards your navel. Spine curves, shoulders round. And again, inhale. Now, it doesn't particularly matter what shape you're making with your arms, so long as you're finding that nice open and expansion in the chest. Exhale. It's a really lovely, stretchy feeling. One more, inhale. Still finding that nice lateral expansion of the lower ribs, being careful with the neck. Exhale, release. Curve the spine, round the shoulders. Let it go. And coming back, balancing the crown of the head over the center of the pelvis once more. And let's just take a really gentle twist, bringing one hand to opposite knee and looking over opposite shoulder. And just breathing into those opposite lower ribs, finding that nice sense of expansion, finding that loosening in the lower back. And changing over, other side. Really feeling that lengthening in the spine as you twist. Still finding that expansion in the lower ribs, keeping the shoulders relaxed and loose. And come back. And just notice, observe those sensations. Notice any sense of expansion in the body. Notice any tingling, any sense of vibration. Possibly that invigoration, that increased blood flow. Good. And let's start to create that effortless, optimal way of breathing. So as you continue to hold your focus on your breathing and your bodily sensations, start to make your breathing just a little bit lighter, a little bit softer, a little bit more gentle. Now this is in a really, really subtle way. Again, really, really being gentle with yourself, never forcing. Breath work should never, ever be a stressful scenario. So really be gentle with yourself, lightening the breath only to a point that feels comfortable for you. Coming to a point where that breath feels so easeful, it is so effortless, so gentle. And from this place, let's go on to explore our box breathing. Now, box breathing is utilized a lot by the military because it allows us to find that state of focused calm. We're really, really calm, we're very coherent, but we are also ready to respond in any given moment. We're not slow, we're not sleepy, we're not lethargic. It's that wonderful sense of balance that is perfect when we want to approach any sort of task, anything that really requires a good sense of focus. So, what is actually happening during box breathing, and what actually is box breathing? So, as you inhale gently through the nose, that nose is warming and humidifying the air, preparing it perfectly to enter the lungs. Now, we pause the breath for 4 counts. That 4 counts allows oxygen to travel from the lungs into the blood. And as we gently exhale for 4 counts after that breath hold, that slow, long exhale is activating the parasympathetic nervous system, that parasympathetic rest and digest state. That's where we get that nice sense of calm. Now, after we exhale, we are holding the breath for 4 counts again, allowing nitric oxide to accumulate in the nasal cavity. When we inhale again for 4 counts on our next round, that nitric oxide is traveling from the nasal cavity into the lungs to make for that amazing gas exchange, that optimal oxygenation of the body. Box breathing in general is also amazing for balancing that nervous system. Again, that focused calm, that sense of balance. Now, just a quick note that if you are pregnant or have high blood pressure, I'd encourage you not to join in with any breath holds, but just to practice breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4. Just gently slowing that breath and just continuing to find that effortless, easeful, light way of breathing. Anyone else? Let's go for it. Now, when you are holding your breath, I'd really encourage you to continue to find that sense of a relaxation in the body. Let's give it a go. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1. Relax. 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1. Now, if this is too slow for you, if you're struggling, if it gets stressful, pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. You can simply decrease the numbers if this is too slow for you. If not, continue following my count. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Relax and pause. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, find that expansion of the lower ribs. 3, 4. Pause the breath. Relax. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Inhale for 1. Nearly there. 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. One more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. Relax. 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause the breath. 2, 3, 4. And gently come back to that easeful, effortless way of breathing in and out through the nose. Observing any shifts, observing your sensations, just noticing. Allowing anything to be there. Allow anything coming up for you right now to be there. Noticing, is it a little bit easier now to bring all of your awareness onto your breathing and the sensations of your body? Just notice. Good, and let's take a gentle deep breath in. And a long, slow breath out, releasing your experience, letting go, maintaining that feeling of relaxation. One more inhale. And take a long, slow breath out, releasing. Good. Gently start to bring your awareness back to your physical body. Perhaps bring some movements into your fingers and toes. Start to move in any way you feel you need to. Keeping your focus on your body and breath. Good. And when you feel ready, gently bring your chin towards your chest. And start to flicker your eyes open, coming back into your space. Welcome back. And again, just noticing any shifts, noticing how that really short practice changed your experience. How will this shift the way you approach any given task in your day? Now, focus has an effect on every area of our lives, not just our work and our productivity, has an effect on our relationships, even on the taste of our food. That food's never going to taste as good if we are texting at the same time, right? So increasing your focus and increasing your attention span is really, really advantageous, not just for the quality of your work, but for the quality of your life. And the best way to increase your attention span is simply by bringing your awareness onto the breath. The longer you can hold your awareness on the breath, which only comes through practice, the longer you are going to be able to hold your attention on any given task or conversation or meal. And you will see your quality of life start to rise. I hope you really, really enjoyed this breathing journey. Thank you so much for breathing with me, and I'll see you next time.